All right, so since we're here, do you like boats?
Unfortunately, boats are not my go-to transport
Why
form because I saw some accidents in the past that some people just whoop, and they just drown into water and they lost their lives.
Is it a common form of transport in your country?
Well, in some areas of Vietnam, definitely it's a kind of common forms of travel on water.
Why do you think some people like going on boats?
I think probably some personal preference, I guess. Like some people like going motorbike like me, but some just have a different perspective or outlook of life, or they think this kind of because of the scenery or it's like the beauty of water or something like that, like quiet.
Do you think boats are going to continue to be important in Vietnam?
Okay, I want to be politically correct.
Okay.
But I think boats still gotta exist in some certain way in the next 10 years, hopefully. But I don't think it's gonna be more mainstream because nowadays we have electronic motorbikes and our cars. Yeah,
what would make you or what would encourage you to get on a boat?
Probably some friends, or we go on a vacation, and I think because of the respect I get from my friends and family, probably I will get on them and enjoy the atmosphere, because the people I go with is way more important than the transportation that I take. So yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay.
So that's it for the part one of the speaking test. Right now, she's gonna give you the question for the part two, and this is a note and a pencil for you. You have 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like you to describe an interesting song that you like. You should say what it is, which country the song comes from, what story the song tells, and explain why you think it's interesting.
Okay. So I'm gonna give in 1 minute.
A minute.
Okay.
Yes.
That's kind of a familiar topic, right?
Yeah, I suppose, except if you don't like music, then...
And what should you do if you were to encounter a topic that you have completely no idea about?
I mean, I think at a certain level, it's not really that you don't have any idea, it's just maybe a topic that you don't like talking about. But remember that the IELTS doesn't really, it doesn't matter if you're going to be positive or negative about it.
Yeah.
As long as you use English to talk about it, so that's fine. So just say you hate music if you do. I hope that they don't, but you never know.
This is it can be very scary if you were to face a question like one time you were in another country like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's time for me to get back.
You ready?
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so can you talk about this interesting song that you like?
Okay, so I came across one of my favorite songs of ever is Survivor of Destiny's Child. So Destiny's Child was the US female band, and they are the band of 2010s. So yeah, they have rewarded a lot in some reward showcases, and yeah, that's that. And about the song, one of the songs that is very spoke to me is The Survivor, and I feel I can felt a very strong connection when I heard the song. We're not gonna give up, we're just gonna keep going. So because currently I'm kind of into photography and kind of all of the stuff, but I learned by myself, I learned by doing, so it's kind of challenging initially, but the song message I kind of like, you know, some message I can felt that spoke to me, and like it just gotta inspire you to not give up and just pushing through, just grind it down. Like even though some people kind of talk you out of it or just drag you down, like they don't kind of aware of your effort and your time, but yeah.
Thank you. Do your friends like this song as well?
Well, I haven't shared some of the playlist, but definitely after the show I will.
So we've been talking about an interesting song that you like. So now let me just ask you a few more questions about songs in general.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, so in Vietnam, what sort of songs do you think are the most popular?
Okay, so because I'm not that kind of I'm not kind of listen to songs, but like I rarely listen, but like I do listen. Yeah, so I think the latest song that I remember that kind of common around, you know, my surroundings like that is like ballad or pop ballet. Yeah,
Is that the kind of music that's usually around? So say, for example, if you go to a coffee shop or a restaurant.
No. The coffee shops are like some restaurants, except some outdoor places. They have a very great taste of music, and it's kind of various, and I don't think it's kind of confined to
Why do you think they play music in these kind of places?
What I think one of the like first and foremost reason they would like turn on the music, they like to lift up the atmosphere and make the customers kind of feeling the vibe.
What sort of experience does music add to this kind of thing, being in a restaurant or being in a coffee shop?
Okay, so I did some research on the sounds. So there are some white noises, there are some songs that kind of like no lyrics, just kind of get you into the focus mode and get some work done.
All right, thank you so much for that.
Now it's time to study IELTS.